Hello and welcome to the Self-Love Journey podcast. I'm so glad you're here because this is your space to explore the path from food cravings to freedom, heart-connected living, and shining your authentic light. I'm Kendra, your host and a heart coach. My vision is inspiring purpose-driven individuals to thrive with food, yourself, and your life, creating a life of joy and fulfillment. If you've ever felt stuck in guilt or shame around food, or dreamed of waking up feeling at ease, joy, energized, and free, this podcast is for you. I believe we have all the wisdom in our heart, and together we will reconnect with this wisdom. Check out the show notes for more details on my offerings, and let's start. Grab your journal, take a deep breath in, and enjoy this moment for you and your heart. Let's begin this beautiful journey, your self-love journey. Welcome to another episode here in the Self-Love Journey podcast, and I'm so excited because today is really like a topic a lot of you are asking me about. It's all about decoding emotional eating, understanding what is it really? How does it look like in my daily life? What are triggers? And how can I find more freedom in food? So before we start, I really want to tell you from my heart, if you ever felt like food has a power over you, or there's like this battle, you just cannot win, you're struggling with it, you're not alone. You're not alone on it. And we are here together now and to explore how to break free from the cycle. It's a journey. It's step by step. And if it's maybe a topic you're not really struggling with, but if you know it's interesting to learn more about it, you're also really welcome to listen. It will be like a combination about sharing my personal experience of healing from 15 years bulimia, binge eating, still sometimes having emotional eating, my anecdotes, my experience, but also some educational content, triggers I see in my clients, etc. And hoping on like getting some practical tips as well on how to build a healthier relationship with food. So before we start, the key question might be, what is emotional eating? And here, like one more disclaimer, all I'm sharing in this episode is not based on any psychological research. Yeah, I'm learning a lot and everything, but basically what I'm sharing here is all based on my personal experience, on how I see it, and on how I analyze or not analyze, on how I sum up the information I'm reading about, but it's not based now on any specific scientific research, etc. Yes, this I think is like important for me just to say. And if some questions are coming up, you can always contact me afterwards, and we can dive more deeper into it. So, for me, I would say what for me emotional eating is when we are eating out of emotion. So we are not eating because we are hungry. We are eating although we are satisfied and we feel we just need food. In this moment we say, no, I just need food. Food now gives me comfort. It's there like to distract you from something. It's there to calm an inner void, but it's not really nourishing in that moment. So we are not in tune with our body in this moment. We are not eating consciously. We are not eating mindfully. We are just eating because we feel we need something. We need just to indulge, intake something. And this then often happens unconsciously. So it's not that we are really conscious about, oh, my body now needs this. It's like, no, I just need something. So, and usually we are striving for foods that have a lot of carbohydrates or sugar, sweets like chocolate, cakes, chips, like all of this comfort food, let me say. And a lot of time it's because we are just not able to be with an emotion of, for example, sadness, anxiety, loneliness. It also happens a lot of time when we are stressed and don't know how to handle the stress and we just need a relief. We find food in it to calm us down, also to numb our emotions, to stabilize them again. It can happen when we feel bored and when we just don't know what to do. And then, oh yeah, we could eat. Or also sometimes when we are celebrating, we're like, oh, I want to celebrate myself, or it's a nice situation. Oh, there goes food with it. So I think it's also important here to highlight that, or I feel there are different kinds of emotional eating. So some that are really there in this moment when we cannot be with an emotion, might it be, let's say, stress. You're super stressed or super sad and you just don't know what. So you are automatically going to the kitchen, to the fridge and seeing what is there and just intaking the food. And this then can lead, either you are just eat above chocolate, let me say, and then it's okay for you. So you just need the sweet treat, or it turns into a binge, like in really a craving where you feel you're like in an autopilot and you cannot stop, or you call yourself, oh, like I call it in a kind way, the cookie monster. You just cannot stop. Mm. And then it's the binge eating, where we intake a lot of calories, a lot what we don't need. And usually it finishes with feeling super full, maybe even belly pain, uncomfortable in your body. And then there starts this frustration, this guilt, this shame, this discomfort coming in. And for some, it goes a step further to then purge. That's called bulimia, to not be able, then you want to get rid of all the food and you just try to throw up, or other techniques of get rid of the food, or do an excessive exercise, etc. So, but then I feel there's also this unhealthy relationship. This is part of it, like emotional eating, I would say, is part of having a disordered relationship with food, an unhealthy relationship with food. But then there's also all this topic around being obsessed all the time with thoughts around food, counting calories, restricting yourself, trying to control food, feeling guilty when you maybe go out with friends for dinner and eat a pizza, or you go out and eat a cake, and then you feel guilty, but you feel guilty because of being afraid of gaining weight. So this is something that I would say sometimes it's not emotion eating. This then can't cause emotional eating, because then you are starting to criticizing yourself and trying to restrict and control, and saying things like, oh no, I just had a pizza. Now I will be bloated tomorrow. I will gain weight. It's not healthy for my body. Like this white flour and all of this came at not healthy for your body. Maybe can be okay, so, but disorder then is when it's because of fear of gaining weight, etc. And then you maybe start, and then they can come in the emotion eating, like you're so much talking against your body, so much not valuing it, that then you need to get some love. You need to feel this inner void you're creating. You need more compassion, more acceptance. And then you turn to food again. So then after maybe the pizza with your friends in a restaurant, you go home and you stop in all the little stores, maybe ice cream places, little food stores on the street, to get maybe chocolate, ice cream, cookies, whatever sweet then you need, because you just cannot be with this guilt and this shame and this causing self-criticizing, you know? So this is a little bit what I want to say about it. I think I will talk a little bit more about it, so we can better understand it. And you can also see if something, and if you see yourself in something of this, and then maybe it gives you like this awareness, like, oh, there's something I should look into. I should be aware of. It's not normal. Or you just feel understood and understand, oh, maybe you get some insight. So for me, how it showed up when I was like really dealing, when I was deep in this bulimia, binge eating, for me, one thing was this being in the autopilot fridge moment. So for me, it was just already a habit as well. As soon as I came home, the first move I did, the first behavior was opening the fridge and seeing what I can take, what food I can take, I can eat. So grabbing then the food. And then, and with this, something to add to the emotional eating is when we are eating in this phases of binge eating or having, like not eating because we are hungry, or then it's like that we also can see that we are eating really quick, really fast, standing in front of the fridge, just getting it in, standing in the kitchen, and not really being mindful and conscious about it, not being able to really savor the food. And it's always feeling it's not enough, and we want more and more. So, for example, I knew that I might have it, so I didn't buy any sweets. I tried, or cookies or whatever. But when you are in this autopilot that you just need food, you find anything. Anything in your kitchen can be transformed in something you feel you need in that moment. Maybe then you are mixing oats with something, or just eating a jar of peanut butter, almond butter, finding like you have a little bit jam in your fridge and getting something out of this. You find your ways, and if you experience it, if you know what I mean. So I think I was here touching on two things. One is this automatic behavior of just going to the fridge. So this then can be, maybe you're coming home, and this was for me, and I was like the entire day being outside at work, social interactions. I was the entire day unconsciously trying to fulfill expectations of others, wanting to be loved, wanting to be recognized by others. But I was not true to my authentic self. I was not tuning in with my needs, with my emotions, with my feelings. I was always saying yes, but I was never able to say no or setting boundaries. So I created during the entire day this inner void, and as soon as I was alone, and this can be, again, this can be this moment when you come home, opening the fridge, where you just need to refill this inner void, where you just need to give yourself this inner hug, refill yourself with love. And as we maybe never learned to do it, we learn to do it with food. So then we turn to food. This is one thing. And then the other is the stress binging. For what I then said, that it's not just like, okay, maybe you take something out of the fridge, okay. But then when you cannot stop, this can be coming home, this can be while you're at home, maybe you're a remote worker, if you're working from home. And then there are like these moments where you can just not stop eating, you're feeling anxious, you're feeling stressed, and then is where you just reach everything you have in your kitchen. And in this moment, you're saying to yourself, no, I know, you know what, I need now food, and it's okay. But afterwards, you start feeling so much guilt and regret. And yeah, this is like that we are then in this cycle, and then when we're feeling guilt, regret, we maybe need more. So these are these examples. Other examples can be of maybe an unhealthy, unbalanced relationship with food is, let's think about a social situation. Again, like this, what I just said, having a pizza with your friends. But while having the dinner in the restaurant, you're not able to be really present. You are think you're there with your friends sitting on the table, but you're not present with the conversation because in your mind you're counting the calories, or what did I eat today? Can I eat an entire pizza? Can I just eat half a pizza? And then after half the pizza, you would like to stop, but you're just not able to leave more pizza on your plate. You need to eat the entire plate. You're comparing yourself with how much the others are eating, feeling bad if you eat more, feeling ashamed if you eat less. And then starting the sadness of having eaten an entire pizza, thinking directly about, okay, tomorrow morning maybe go to the gym. So being in this restrictive, controlling thoughts all against you, and then in the end go home feeling sad. That's again another evening where you ate more than you wanted, but not really were enjoying with your friends, going to bed sad, feeling frustrated, feeling guilt, waking up in the next morning, feeling bloated, thinking about it. Starting the day already bad, like maybe not allowing yourself to have breakfast, going to the gym and exercising more than your body really can that day, feeling this low energy. And then the circle goes on and on and on until you again, in some point, have maybe a food craving because it's not about that your body needs it. It's about you are needing to calm your emotions. You're coping and avoiding this uncomfortable feelings of being against yourself, this, and, or maybe it's like one last example, what for me, I was so many years there, now feels like heaven on earth, is being able to sit with my journal, with my book, in a super beautiful coffee place and allowing myself to eat the cake without asking the waitress, what option of the cakes are without sugar? Which ones are gluten-free? Thinking in my head, which ones has the less calories, Instead of, and then having eaten it, but then seeing still the cake I really wanted to go in, but it looked like more unhealthy, let me say. And then also eating this cake so quick, like bam, 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 bam. And then you look at the plate and you feel like, oh, there's nothing left. And I really wanted to enjoy this moment with my book, with my journal and the coffee. But again, I inhaled the cake. I ate it in 1 minute. And then you want to order another one because you really want to enjoy it with calm, with presence, mindfully. And it's not able and always feeling guilty about eating it. And then finally stopping it, because in some point we will learn, I will come to how we can overcome it and how it can be more healthy. But just to give you a little glimpse already on it, a little sneak preview, let me say, it's like, wow, now going to a coffee place and eating one bite, savor it, the flavor, the texture, really feeling pleasure, eating the cake and checking in also with the body and thinking, yeah, today my body, it's okay to have a cake, like eating it together, not against your body, starting eating with your body, nourishing it, and then being able to read like some pages on your book and then eat the next bite instead of having the need of I need to eat it all now. And you know why it's happening that we cannot eat the cake slowly?
because we are restricting and controlling all the days before. We